Hi viewers, welcome to today's session. This is Malanagowda, Assistant Master at MG Online Classes. For more videos, please subscribe our channel.
Viewers, welcome to today's session. In the last video, we have discussed how to multiply two integers, which are one is positive and another one is negative. And then how to multiply product of two negative integers. Today we are going to discuss how to multiply the numbers. It means the product of three or more numbers. Okay, that is product of three or more negative integers. Okay. So you consider one example, minus 3 into minus 2 into minus 4. We know that in the last video we have discussed how to multiply two negative integers. First you consider these two, minus into minus plus 3 to the 6. Then we can write this one as minus 4 as it is. Now one is positive and another one is negative integer. Then their product is obviously minus. Then 6 into 4. So its value is minus 24. Here we have considered three negative integers. What happens if we consider 4? That means you consider another negative integer. Suppose minus 5. Then here into minus 5. Again here into minus 5. So again here into minus 5. What happens? See, this one is minus 24 and this one is minus 5. So it is minus into minus is plus and its value will be 110. That is positive integer. You might be observed here, when you multiply three negative integer, you got negative integer. But when you multiply four negative integers, again we got positive integer. By this one, what we can conclude here, that is, if the number of integers, that is the number of negative integers is odd, then their product is also, sorry, then their product is negative. Then their product is negative. It means if you multiply odd number of negative integer, odd number means what? 1, 3, 5, 7 like that. It means if you consider 3 negative integers, then their product is negative. If you consider 5 negative integers, then also their product is negative. If you consider 7 negative integers, then also their product is negative. Suppose if you consider even number of negative integers, then you will get obviously positive integer. Their product is positive integer. It means if the number of negative integers is even, then their product is positive integer. Because see, this is the example. You considered 4 negative integers, but their product is a positive integer. It means how many numbers, negative numbers we have considered here? 4 negative numbers. Here 4 is a even number. That's why if you consider even number of negative numbers, then their product is obviously a positive integer. Then there is an important note here, that is, what happens if you multiply minus 1 3 times? Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. Since according to the first note, If the number of negative integers is odd, here how many times? 1, 2, 3. 3 times means it is a odd. So if you multiply minus 1 3 times, obviously its value will be minus 1. If you consider 4 times, minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, its value will be plus 1. Is it correct? Because according to these two notes, it means if you multiply minus 1 odd number of times, then its value will be minus 1. If you consider minus 1 even number of times, then its value will be plus 1. This is the very important note. It means you can write this one as a note. Third note, you write the product of minus 1, that is by, wait, instead of writing like that, you write if minus 1 is multiplied odd number of times by minus 1, then its value will be, or its product will be minus 1, because that is multiplied by odd number of times. Then you can write if minus 1 is multiplied even number of times by minus 1, then its value, then its product will be plus 1. Okay. Next, in the previous videos we have discussed some properties regarding addition and subtraction, which are closure property, associative property, then commutative property, additive identity. These properties we already discussed with respect to addition and subtraction. Now we are going to discuss with respect to multiplication. What happens? That is properties of integers or properties of multiplication of integers. Properties of multiplication of integers. In that one, first we will discuss about closure property. Closure property. That is closure property. What it says, if you multiply two integers, that is 4 into 5, its value will be 20. Here the product 20 is also a integer. It means we have considered two integers which are 4 and 5, then their product is also a integer. You consider another example, minus 3 into minus 7. So its value will be plus 21, because we know that product of two negative integers is a positive integer. Here plus 21 is also a integer. It means we have considered two negative integers, but their product is also a integer. Whatever it may be, it is positive or negative, that is not a matter, but it is a integer. Okay, that's why we can conclude that the product of two integers is again a integer. This is the closure property for integers. So we can write if a and b are integers then their product, that is a into b, is also integer for any a comma b. Okay, we can consider any integers. This is about closure property. Then what is the second property? Second property is nothing but commutative property. Second one is commutative property. What this property says? See, you consider the product of any two integers 7 into 8. 7 into 8. That is nothing but 56. Here we can write 56 as 7 into 8 as well as 8 into 7. That is, we can write this one 8 into 7. Both are same because 7 into 8 is 56 and 8 into 7 is also 56. Next, minus 5 into 4, that is minus 20. Minus 5 into 4 is minus 20. We can write this one minus 4 into 5 also. Minus 4 into 5. In general, we can write a into b is nothing but b into a. A into b is equals to b into a. This is the commutative property for the multiplication of integers. Okay, that is, if a and b are any two integers, then a into b is equals to b into a. This is the this is the commutative property. Then if you multiply any number by 0, what happens? If you multiply any number by 0, that is multiplication by 0. Multiplication by 0. That is, consider some example. Minus 5 into 0. What happens? If you multiply any number with 0 means obviously it is 0. Or you can take some 100 into 0. So its value will be 0. It means general we can write if a is any integer, then the product, that is a into 0, is always 0. This is the property, that is multiplication by 0. Then we have another very important property, that is multiplicative identity. That is multiplicative identity. What this property says? See, this one is very, very important. Suppose if you multiply any number by 1, see, if you multiply any number by 1, what about their product? You will get again that number itself. See, for example, I will consider 35. If you multiply 35 with 1, obviously you are getting the same number, that is 35. We can take a negative value also. Minus 108 into 1. I have taken minus 108. If you multiply that minus 108 with 1, you will get its value will be minus 108. This is the speciality of the multiplicative identity. That's why we will call 1 is the multiplicative identity. In general, how we can write this one? If a is any integer, if a is any integer, then the product of A into 1 is always G. That is A into 1 is equals to G. This is the very important thing. We can write 1 is the multiplicative identity. 1 is the multiplicative identity. Then you recall what is the additive identity? Additive identity is nothing but 0, because if we add 0 to any number or any number to 0, you will get that number itself. That's why 0 is called additive identity. Here 1 is called multiplicative identity, because if you multiply any number by 1, again you will get the same number. That's why 1 is called multiplicative identity. Then what is the next property? That is associative property. Next one is associative property. See, with respect to addition, we have already discussed, but with respect to multiplication, now we have to discuss. You can consider any three integers. That is, suppose for example, I will consider minus 7 into 3 into, okay, better you consider minus 7 into 3 into 5. So what is the value of this one? We can write minus 7 into 3 is minus 21 into 5, its value will be minus 110. Now I will make the separate group this time. Minus 7 I will write separately, and I will multiply 3 into 5. So its value will be minus 7 into 3 by 15. So what about the product of minus 7 and 15? So its value is also minus 110. It means grouping of terms is not a matter. So in general, how we can write? A into B into C is equals to A into B into C. That is, the product of three terms, when you are going to multiply three integers, the grouping of terms is not a matter. This is the associative property. You can write here for all A, B, C are for any, or for all we can write for any A, B, C are integers. Okay, you can consider any integers. This is the associative property. The last one, distributive property. What this distributive property says? This is also very important property. Distributive property. Distributive property. See, suppose there is a product 16 into 12. 16 into 12. Sometimes they will give some large numbers. In such cases, this property is very useful. See, here I have considered the product 16 into 12. Instead of writing this one, I will write 16 into 12. I will write as 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2, because both are same. 10 plus 2 is nothing but 12. Now this one I will split. That is 16 into 10 plus 16 into 2. 16 into 10 plus 16 into 2. So we can write this one as 16 into 10 is nothing but 160, and 16 to the 32. So its value will be 192. Is it easy matter or not? Instead of multiplying 16 into 12, it will become big calculation. That's why I will write, instead of writing 12, I will write 10 plus 2. So we can write 16 into 10 plus 16 into 2. 16 into 10 is 160, and 16 into 2 is nothing but 32. Then the sum will be 192. Okay, in general, how we can write here? A into B plus C can be written as A into B plus A into C. A into B plus A into C. This is the distributive property for any A, B, C are integers. You can consider positive or negative, that is not a matter. You can consider any integer. This is about distributive property. Okay, I think all of you understand what I have discussed in this video. If you have any doubt, you can comment in comment box. Okay, thank you.